Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a great Tuesday trading. I had another successful day today. I'm going to do a quick recap so that you guys can see what I traded, how I traded, what I traded. Uh, I'd love to hear from you guys also. If you are using or trying this strategy, I would love to know how you're doing with it. If you have questions, if it's working for you. Um, So I'm going to get right into it. All right. My first trade of the day was TSM, and I took it on a breakout. Um, and I'll show you what I did have an individual today ask, hey, why did you take this trade? Um, is one of, I think one of our new, I think it was one of our new traders. I didn't have my chat open, so I wasn't exactly sure who it was. But they had asked, why did I take this trade? So I wanted to kind of point out what I was looking at, what I had seen, and there was a lot of, there's a lot of variables that go into trading every day. So it's not always just black and white, although the strategy really helps with that a lot. Um, and so the TSM trade, the way it's set up today, I was watching, I always watch pre-market, and I have my grids on. Well, in my grids, my upper two monitors, I have 24 different tickers. I have SMH, I have AVGO, I have, NVIDIA, I have all, the semi stocks, the main stocks. If you guys aren't familiar with my grids, there's in the link in the description down below, you can go to grab my grids for free in my Discord, or as well as my workspace and all the indicators that I use, and also on the Use ThinkScript forum if you guys are interested. So what I was watching today, I do have, and this has been a big level for quite some time, this 194 level area for TSM and the 196 level. And then my target was 198.50 above 196, but my actual target level today was I was wanting to trade up to 196. Well, we got our wish right away, actually. So how it worked out, what I noticed was this first candle. Take a look at this candle, right? So when market opened, you were above 194 the whole time. Market opens, it gets pushed down. I think we had some like bad Korean martial law news, so some stocks went down. So I wasn't really sure how that was going to affect. I didn't think it was really going to affect the market too much, maybe just a blip, and I believe I was pretty accurate to assume that. So with this first candle, it pushed straight down to my. Let me make sure I'm on the right. Yep, I'm on the one multiplier. This is my version 5, my LRC V5. Okay, on the one multiplier, this pushed down and literally stopped right at my green LRC. That's a pretty big deal for me when I see that happen, and I see the buying pressure push this candle all the way back up to here. So when that took place, I was just watching it, and as soon as it broke over the 194, the the 20 EMA and the 200 EMA, as well as my mean or my cyan LRC line, I entered calls right here, and I did scale out as it was going. I don't even know if I honestly don't recall exact timing, but I was pushing up so fast. I just went ahead and scaled out a few. And then when I got to my yellow, I scaled out. I actually ended up getting it up here because it popped up pretty good. And then I scaled out one more on this indecision candle because I wasn't sure if it was going to go against me at that point. Didn't really have any idea. Just was trading, price action, paying attention to that. And then I held this last one, and I ended up getting out as it went up to touch. I missed this. I didn't get out on this one. It pushed back down pretty quick. So I just wanted to see, okay, let me give the next candle a chance, see if it goes above. It did come up and touch it, and so I exited my whole entire position right here. It was a really good, easy trade, and you could have entered another easy entry right here using the same exact strategy. I didn't get this one, but it was a simple strategy or a simple entry. Really a no-brainer. You have price come down, pushes up off of the 194, pushes back up off the 194, pushes back up off the 194. This is like the third time in a row, 4 times overall on the day. So pretty much telling you this support's going to hold up, or at least we would think so, right? And then you could have entered either when you, for me, most likely, I would have entered this once I broke this structure here, because as you can see, it actually went above here and faked this out, went back down, went back up. So this one could have also caused me to have a loss. And using this strategy, it did two things here that I look for. So this is where real trading comes into play, right? And you have to just be prepared to take your loss sometimes. Like I said, I didn't take this one today, but this is a very valid trade in several reasons. One, you had a higher low starting to set up. Soon as this broke structure here, well, this is a higher high. So I would have probably taken, as soon as this pushed above, this trade right here. And as it came back down, closed below the 20 and the 200, I would have exited on this red candle here. So um, that would have been a loss for me on that trade if I had taken it. Of course, I didn't take that trade, but that's just, I want to point out areas where you just have to be prepared for some strategies just to not work. And this is a very clear case of, man, one that set up really nice, really well, looked good, had everything going for it because you're breaking structure. You didn't come down below this and create a lower low. You actually then push back up and create a higher high. Now I know this is only on a 2 minute, but it matters. Um, and so I would have most likely waited to enter on this candle here, and then possibly maybe scaled out here. I don't know if I would have had enough to worry about scaling out here. May have scaled out as I pushed up over here, but hit this green line target and in either scaled out here and exited on this red. Typically the way I'll trade when I get into this type of flow where it keeps retesting the 20 EMA. And once again, you had several areas where you could have entered in, but a real good one would have been right here. You get above the 196 again. And if this goes back down, your risk to reward is right there. So you're very minimal on your risk, but your reward is huge. And this would have been an even better trade than this was. You could have scaled out at the orange, scaled out at the blue. And I do want to show you by using the multiplier, as you're moving up, all you have to do is change this. I go in variables, one, two, whole numbers, 1, 2, 3. And if I switch it to 2, you can see that everything still aligns. It just spreads your multiplier by 1 time, or 2 times instead of 1 times, which gives you still very key points to trade to. And I'll do that, especially if I get into a ticker that has a very, very, like, almost no movement during pre-market, which I love, because you typically get a pretty good move or breakout. Not always, but typically you get a pretty good move. I don't mind having that at all. What I do want to have, but what I'll do is I'll spread that out, because you basically have all your lines right on top of each other. They still function and they still work, but a lot of times the candles will just go right through them. So that's one case where I will go in and change my multiplier just to spread it out a little bit. Let me get to my next. Okay, there's my chat. I thought my chat was covered up. My next trade was PLTR, and that was a really, really great trade. This was my best trade of the day. And the only regret I have on this one, I missed it. I missed the first move. And two, I didn't get into it as heavy as I wish I had. I really wanted to get into, I should have got in this one heavier, but I didn't. I bought 10 contracts. I should have bought 20 or 30, but, or even more, just because what I forgot to tell you on the TSM and also in regards to PLTR, um, is I was also watching SMH. I was watching AVGO, NVIDIA, all the other, semis and tech stocks, and they were all just kind of going up. So really gave me a lot of confidence in the trades to the upside. So that's just a part of trading. Um, so what I did miss today on PLTR was the initial move. I wanted to trade PLTR from 66.50 to 67.50 if it broke over, and I got kind of the same situation happened. And the reason I missed this is I was in the TSM trade, right? I was involved in that, so I took the first candle on TSM. Or actually, I took the second candle on TSM. Oh, wow, that's interesting. I actually took both of these on the second candle, so cool. Um, anyway, I missed this move over this level here, which is where I initially was hoping to get into it. But once this went up, I told the group, hey, I'm getting in this as soon as if it clears the 67.50, I'm going to take a breakout. I did. I got in this trade. I traded up. I scaled out here, scaled out at this level. I scaled out at this right when I touched my blue and my 70. And then I actually scaled out on this candle, and I held it all the way to, I think it was right here. This this candle went up and came down right there. Um, that's when I finally exited the position. It's my daughter who came in to say goodnight. Um, so anyhow, I this is where I exited. I exited the whole position. Just super easy, great trade. These are the trades we all dream of, right? Just straight up green. No reason to even worry. So I held it the whole time, and I made like around $604 on this trade. Like I said, I wish I had gotten much heavier. Could have really, really, really capitalized on that move by PLTR today. But in any event, I'm still happy. I did well, had a good trade on it. Um, and then I did get into a Microsoft funny story. I got into it late by accident. Still worked out for me. So I was telling the group to watch this right here. Let me bring this back to, I think it was two or maybe one. Let me take it to one. I believe I had it on one initially. Yep. So here's what I was watching. And I called this out. I was like, hey guys, if this breaks structure right here, I'm gonna get in this. Well, I kind of got busy. We were talking. I was calling out different trades that were available, and I'm watching this consolidate. And the whole time I'm like, okay, hey guys, I'm about to get in this Microsoft. And by the time I I realized I didn't have a Microsoft contracts loaded. By the time I loaded it, this thing had already it shot it straight up. So great trade. I think a couple guys got it. I didn't get it because I didn't have Microsoft loaded. I was calling it out back here. Like, hey, if this breaks consolidation, you want to take this, whether it's up or down. It was what I told them. I was like, if it goes below this consolidation, you want to trade it to the downside. If it goes above this consolidation, trade it to the upside. And man, did it go. Well, the funny thing is, I was actually, since I missed this candle, I was watching Amazon. Well, Amazon was having a very similar, much smaller consolidation thing happening, and it started to break out. And but I had Amazon contracts. The interesting thing is, oh, here I'll show. I had Amazon, and I guess I had not clicked over to Amazon, and I was still on Microsoft. So I ended up entering Microsoft calls right here, which was right when Amazon decided to break out of its consolidation. So at first glance, I thought I was in Amazon, and then I look over and I noticed that my Microsoft was the one that was moving and showing profit. So anyway, it was a mistake. I still profited on it. I think I would have done better because I wouldn't have been in as late on Microsoft or on Amazon. But in any event, I got in here and I wrote it up. It started coming back down and I exited. So I ended up making 140 on that. And I did get into some SPX trades today. I pretty much do an SPX every day. It's just super easy to scalp and make money, extra money, using this strategy. I did meet my quota, my 1,000 per day quota, and I was like, I'm not going to trade anymore, but I did get into an SPX call, and let me see where I got into that at. Oh, it was right here. It was over the 635. Which one was it? Was it that late in the day? It may have been 2 o'clock. Yes, it was right here. So I basically, it was once again we had consolidation above and below. It was staying above, going back down and forth. You see the buying pressure coming in on candles like this. Comes down to the 200, the 603.35, pushes back up, pushes back up, pushes back up. As soon as I broke this structure, I entered, and I didn't get a lot out of it. But I got a little bit. So I traded it up, took a quick profit, and moved on. So anyway, that was my day. It was very simple. Once again, the LRC strategy, guys, if you haven't used it, I implore you to try it. It's fantastic. I have been so successful with this strategy. It's easy. It gives you target levels. It gives you scale out levels. It gives you exit levels. It gives you everything you need to trade. The only thing you need to know is how to read price action, which you need to know anyway. If you want to be a successful trader, you really need to learn and study and understand price action. It really isn't that hard once you get the gist of it. Once you get the gist of it, it's smooth sailing. You also need to learn how to put in your own levels. I provide these every single day to the group for, I don't know, 25 different stocks or tickers. I put out quite a bit of support resistance levels for a lot of stocks every day. Um, and that's in the membership portion of my Discord. So the guys in there can have their charts loaded every single day and know what we're doing and where we're trading from and to, as well as the LRC um, levels. So anyhow, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys had a great, prosperous day today. Um, and I'm going to wrap it up. And once again, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell. Also, um, just remember, I will never send you anything to. There's so many scammers out there. I feel like I should probably get something made up so that everyone can read it. But I will never send you a friend request ever. I will never accept a friend request within my Discord. I will never contact anyone that's in my Discord, whether you're a member or a non-member, via DMs. I will answer your DMs. If you DM me, I will answer them and I will help you. I will never offer you a course in any way whatsoever. I will never offer to trade for you. That is not my goal. My goal here is to help teach, help you to get better, and you to be a successful trader on your own. And that's not going to happen if you're trying to copy or want somebody to trade for you. That's not how this works. Um, so I don't think there's anybody out there at all that would ever do that. But there's a lot of people that are gullible and they fall for it, right? You know, these scammers are really good. So just remember, I'm not going to hit you up and sell you a course. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. The only thing that I charge for is my membership portion of my Discord. That's it. Nothing else. I help everybody for free. So if you need help, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you and walk you through this strategy as well as any other questions you may have for trading. Anyhow, once again, guys, I hope you had a good day and I hope you have a great night. I will see you on the next video.